that's a lot of jobs. What do you do?
Well, I sit here. This is called counsel table, and we refer to the lawyers as counsel. So this counsel table is where the defense lawyer sits. I'm closest to the bailiff. This is where the defendant would sit. And way over here, closest to the jury, this is our prosecutor.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Amber.
Hi, Amber.
Safety Stu.
Safety Stu, nice to meet you. Hi, Jackie.
Hi.
So what does a prosecutor do?
Well, the defense lawyer and the prosecutor are really opposites. We're on opposite sides of a little bit of a battle. We fight, but in a friendly way. Yeah, nobody gets hurt in our fights.
Not usually. Not usually.
So the prosecutor represents the public at large.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Mina Gurgis, and I'm a deputy district attorney. You may also hear people call me a prosecutor or a DA, and my job here is to put on evidence of the defendant's guilt. I also represent the people of the state of California or the public. Sometimes victims feel like we are their attorneys, and although that's somewhat true, it's not entirely true. We don't represent the victim in the same way, say, a defense attorney represents the defendant or her client. We represent the interests of the public as a whole, and a lot of times that's basically taking the side of the victim as well. What we need from victims in our cases is very simple. It's a one-word answer. We need victims to tell the truth. Truth. That's all we need victims to do. Whether they're talking to the police, whether they're talking to us, whether they're talking in court and having to testify, just tell the truth. It makes things go a lot faster and a lot smoother. And we all know how nervous getting up and testifying can be, and we all want it to be over as quickly as possible. And the way you do that is by telling the truth. Will you have to testify on every single case is a question we get asked a lot, and that is a case-by-case situation. Just because there's a crime charged and you're a victim does not mean you are going to have to testify. There's a strong likelihood you may, so you have to be prepared that whenever you do make a report and we ever file a case, that you will have a good chance of testifying. But cases oftentimes settle, so we reach a resolution, the defendant pleads guilty, and we give him some type of agreed-to punishment that he accepts to take. In cases like that, victims do not have to testify. In cases where there are other witnesses to the crime, the victim does not necessarily have to testify. However, in cases of domestic violence and things of that sort, oftentimes there are no other witnesses except the victim. In those cases, and when those cases go to trial, the victim will have to testify. And they will do so from the witness stand, just like the one behind me. And that'll happen in open court in front of a judge, a jury, and the defendant, him or herself. As far as communication with us, we will assign victims in our cases a victim's rights advocate. This person is a trained professional who coordinates with the victim, will get them therapy if they need it, will provide counseling for them that is funded by the state, and will be with them through every step of the process. The victim witness advocate will communicate at all times with the victim, keep you aware of what's going on with the case, and if you do have to come to court to testify, the victim witness advocate will come with you and be a comfort. We like to communicate through the victim witness advocate and not directly with victims ourselves, because when you talk to us about a case, there is no confidentiality. If you share information with us, we must share it with the defense. They will know about everything you tell us, so we would rather not talk to you about the case and leave that up to the police. The way a case works is a victim makes a report to the police write a police report, and they submit it to the DA's office, to someone like me, who then reads the report and decides whether we charge the defendant and what charges are appropriate. So we keep the investigation to the police and the prosecution of the case to us. And as far as sentencing, if at any point the case that you are a victim on is going to resolve, you will be asked for your opinion. Whether it is the judge making an offer, whether it is the DA making an offer, or whether it went to trial and the defendant was found guilty, you have a right to be heard and to give your opinion on what you think the punishment should be. You may do that by giving a victim impact statement, by getting up in front of the court and telling the court how you feel.
Ready?
And I want to leave you with this, that everyone involved in the court system, the attorneys, everyone, we all know that what you're going through is very difficult. We're all humans. Your case is not the first case that we've seen like this. Unfortunately, things that have happened to you have happened to a lot of people, and we all take that very seriously, and we try to do our best to make sure that it goes as smoothly as possible for you and everyone involved. Thank you.